Wow, could you imagine? It's 2 days to Christmas Eve, 22nd of December 2020. I could recall it just as yesterday. What is so important is that everybody seems to have forgotten the fragility of life. Everyone seems to have ignored the importance to be conscious. Everybody has ignored about how important is it for us to be individually responsible if we are willing to see a result. This is more important for us to remember this Christmas as to how important and how precious every life is. That for somebody else's joy, somebody else's festivity, would we have to sacrifice the entire humanity? Or have we not yet come to realize and accept the importance of being alive? That you and I and people are healthy with these challenging circumstances surrounding us all, yet there are still human beings on this planet going on about making up their own minds in the way that they think they're the only ones here on this planet. Whilst we see countless numbers of human beings, their lives just cease to exist, their lives crippled, their lives just taken away because something none of us were able to be responsible of. Just like Christmas, every other festivity across the planet has been changed, altered, and many occasions were completely cancelled and never been celebrated. With technology, we managed to come together, connect with each other, embrace each other's losses, sadness, thoughts, emotions. But one thing that we forgot to do was to all collectively come together as one kind on this planet, regardless of the festivities we celebrated, regardless of the background that we came from, regardless of the identities we took on and given to us, that we elaborated in our own ways. But one thing we didn't do was promote well-being and health. One thing that we didn't promote is the human fragility, the mortality of being alive. Life means an energy. Energy means there has to be something burning to produce that energy. Where did we invest that energy? That energy that was wasted in chat groups, in Facebooks, in social medias, on news, in politics, and individual grand ideas hasn't worked. The virus and the pandemic is grappling us all, more so than how it was at the beginning. People seems to have still forgotten that in March, April, late winter of this year, 2020, we only had a fraction of numbers who are affected compared to what it is today. We had fractions of numbers in isolated locations of the planet that were affected. Today, there are countless, pretty much every landscape on this beautiful earth is gripped by this pandemic. And I don't see why we still continue to see and argue about our freedom, our plans, our ideals and our ideas and our politics and our philosophies and our practicalities. Why couldn't we, at the beginning, all come together to show a phenomenal power of togetherness? If we are all talking about celebrating and coming together, wasn't it the year that we should have all come together in this most terrible of situations that we are all finding ourselves? And isn't it time that as human beings that we were capable, we were able, we were knowledgeable enough to at least know of a fragile nature of existence in this planet? Wasn't that enough to make you feel involved, responsible, and conscious? Anyway, here we are, where we are today. What we can do to make things different, for at least for next year, and for the people who are struggling with loss of life, struggling with most painful struggles in their lives, that isn't it time that we can see ourselves? Our weaknesses should strengthen us in making who we are as human beings. Isn't it time that we can all hold our hands, embrace each other, see each other with no deep thought, but sincere feeling of kindness and love and emotions and energy. Promote and extend our strength in these most troubling times and create a wonderfulness, a pleasantness amongst human beings and lives around us. Isn't it time that we can also be able to feel the need for one another more than ever before? Isn't it time that we be able to recognize each and every one as one kind? Isn't it time that we can all feel the innate strength, the innate emotions, the innate feeling of need to be conscious and responsible? For sure, when we all be as one, we can all see the light at the end of the tunnel. There are no lights. Remember, you may be in the tunnel. Maybe you may not notice the light at the end of the tunnel. If you create more of a darkness in you, the light at the end of the tunnel may shine And I wish that we all come to see the light before it's too late for so many who are struggling through this most unprecedented of times. It's time that we hold each other, embrace, and be the most powerful creature on the planet who's evolved to feel the sense of life, the sense of fragility, sense of mortality, and realize the potential as a human being to find the solutions, a human solution to a human problem. There are no political differences in this. There are no identity differences in this. There are no boundaries in this struggle. There's only one, a wholesome, unite one as humankind on this planet is the only way for us to rise from all the struggles and pain and suffering, destruction to our lives and livelihoods. It is time. It is now the time to celebrate for the future of next generation and generations after. It is time, is in our hands to make it possible, and it is us coming closer to each other and coming to be as one that can take us forward beyond the doorway. Are we ready to make it happen? We are always ready if you're willing. Are you willing and conscious to be responsible and make the human a possibility rather than seeing a human as a crippling and a problem on the planet? I thank you for being a wonderful human being on earth, and make it a beautiful life going forward. May you all have a peaceful and a pleasant experience of Christmas. For the entire world, my wishes are always the same. Well-being and health is the ultimate wish. Every step, every moment of everyone's life is my wish, and my endure to continue to promote what I can to do what is needed for well-being of life and of the planet every day.